A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another book review today, so cheers. Today I am bringing you an older book. This is an old Conan novel written by Robert Jordan, who some of you might actually recognize as the author of the Wheel of Time series. A series of books that many people classify as the kind of peak of epic fantasy. I was not a fan of the first novel. I did, however, enjoy the television adaptation. Now, Robert Jordan, back in the day, wrote quite a few Conan novels for the publisher Tor Books. And today I am going to review Conan the Invincible. Now, the first thing I want to note is that this cover is freaking awesome. It's a wraparound cover, so you kind of get stuff on the back as well, and a little bit of what is going on in the story itself. In this book, Conan is still very young. I believe he is about 20 years old and identifies himself as a thief. Those of you that are familiar with the character of Conan will know that he goes on to become the king of Aquilonia in the Robert E. Howard stories. This book has a great map of Hyperborea, and all in all, it is a standalone novel, but part of me kind of likes the idea of reading these old Tor novels in order. It has typical Conan action, the human factor, the supernatural stuff, monsters. It's all in here. It is just a typical sword and sorcery novel. Would I recommend it? Oh, fuck yes. This book was awesome. I absolutely loved it. This is another one of my almost missed my stop on the train because I was reading this novels. This was great. This was typical Conan. Robert Jordan is a fantastic author. Let's leave the Wheel of Time stuff to one side for the moment. But he is a fantastic fantasy author, and he really captures the character of Conan. He really captures the spirit in which these novels are supposed to be. It's just an absolute joy to read. I do have more of them on my shelf somewhere. And I will get to them, but this one was just, I picked it up, started reading, couldn't put it down. Now, if you don't want to know what the story is, go and switch to another video. They're all fucking awesome. Plaguelands Media, of course. And go and tell your friends. We are now over 600 subscribers, last I checked. Freaking great. But if you want to know the story of Conan the Invincible, stick around, pour yourself a drink, and strap yourself in for the next episode of...
Read a fucking book. Read a fucking book. Read a fucking book. People.
Okay. This is basically a heist novel. There are two kings. I'm not even going to get into the names of the countries and the names of the kingdoms and all of that because I'm going to fucking butcher them. So just know there are two kings, and one of them has been given this gift of these women and each one of them has this pendant around their neck. Conan is getting pissed in a bar, as he is wont to do at the age of 20 when he considers himself a thief. And he is approached, and this guy was like, fucking go steal these pendants, and I'll give you a ton of gold. And Conan's like, fucking easy. All I gotta do is break into the king's palace and get this shit. I can do that, because he references the Tower of the Elephant, which is an old Robert E. Howard story. As he breaks into this place, he meets this slave girl with one of these pendants, and he ends up having to leave her there, but he promises her that he will free her from this slavery. What happens is these girls with the pendants actually get kidnapped by a sorcerer. Now, Conan doesn't realize that the person that hired him to get the pendants was also a sorcerer. And Conan is very suspicious of magic. So he kind of goes off, and in the interim, he gets shanghaied by the Red Hawk, this bandit woman who has this group of bandits. And she's about to kill him, but he's like, hey, hold on. There's a score. If we get these pendants, we can get a ton of fucking cash. And the Red Hawk basically has sex with him. He's like, all right, yeah, we're cool. And so they go off in search of whoever stole these women, kidnapped, I should say. And it leads them to this keep in these mountains that is owned by another sorcerer. This sorcerer has under his sway a group of serpent men. I believe in the book they're known as the Satara. If you've ever watched the 90s Conan the Adventurer cartoon, you will know what the serpent men are. They're like snake people. The Red Hawk falls under the sway of this sorcerer. Conan breaks into the keep, trying to find the pendants and the girl that he said he would free, because his word, his oath is like canon. And he realizes, shit, this is bigger than me. I can't do this on my own. So he goes to Hordo, who is the right-hand man of the Red Hawk, and basically tries to get him to help. He busts back into this keep, is captured, and thrown in the dungeon. Now, while all this is going on, the king that got these girls and these pendants realizes that, oh, they've been fucking stolen, and we are going to get them back. And he sends basically an army to follow. So we've got the captain of this army in the mix as well. Also, you've got the hillmen. The hillmen are basically barbarian warriors that don't want shit happening on their doorstep. So, just to make this clear for everyone, you have Conan, the Red Hawk, and her bandits. You've got the captain and his army. You've got the hillmen. You've got the snake warrior people, all kind of converging at this one point, which, when I started the book, I was skeptical. I'm like, this is never going to play out well. There's too much. There's too much happening. But Robert Jordan fucking nails this. He nails it. So Conan gets captured. The captain of the army gets captured. The Red Hawk second in command gets captured, trying to kind of liberate this shit, get their gold, they are betrayed by this character called Aberius, who is one of the Red Hawk's kind of men. The Red Hawk gets charmed, or oh god, what is the word I'm looking for? Ensorcelled? No, that's not the word. The sorcerer casts a spell on her and charms her, and then she becomes his kind of naked, willing slave. And it really seems like, I know the Conan stories, I know the character of Conan, so I know that he's going to come out on top. But if this is your first Conan novel and you don't know anything about the character, there is a point in this where you're like, how the fuck is he going to get out of this shit? He manages to do it. He frees himself. Hordo, the captain of the guard, they go. He frees the girl, kills the sorcerer, ends up fleeing with treasure, and everybody is happy at the end. Wait. No, they're not. Because while Conan kind of comes out with a few coppers in his coin purse and whatnot, and the captain goes back to the city, and the second in command kind of decides to leave, what happened to the Red Hawk? She is taken as a slave. And as Conan is riding off, pardon me, she begs him, free me, buy me, and free me. And Conan had earlier in the novel sworn an oath to her that he would never help her out, because he saved her from one of these serpent people, and she was like, you don't need to save me, I'm capable, swear an oath that you'll never do it again. And as part of that oath, he's like, you're on your own. And he leaves her, knowing that she's going to escape and whatnot, but he basically leaves her based on his oath to whatever fate she gets as a slave. This was Conan the Invincible. This is an absolutely fantastic novel. It is a fantastic Conan story. It is one of the best sword and sorcery novels I have read. For my Plaguelands Media crew, I'm not putting it in my top 10 because you bitched about it on Friday night. But it is well worth a read. The cover itself just says it all. You've got Conan, you've got the slave, your leader that he's trying to save, and you've got the sorcerer here, and on the back, the Eater of Souls, this giant demon god thing. It's just one of those books that is an absolute joy to read. You sit down and you read it, and everything just fucking goes away, and you're just like, this is just Conan, serpent people, bandits, whatever. It's freaking awesome, and I recommend all of you little Plaguelandians out there, go and track books like this down. Go and hunt for the older stuff, even if you can only get it in Kindle or audiobook. You're doing yourself a favor. If you're a fan of fantasy novels, if you're a fan of Conan, or you just want a book that you can listen while you're doing the dishes or working out at the gym or whatever, these are the books you need to be listening to. I don't care what anyone says. Don't go to the autobiography of Steve Jobs or whatever. No. Entertain yourselves. This is how you get creative. This is how you block out the shit that is going on in the world. Books like this, Conan the Invincible. there you have it. I'm not going to say any more. What I am going to do is take a drink. I'm going to wish all of you Plaguelanians out there a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, but most important of all, read or listen to a fucking book, people.